started off. I wasn't. I thought she was in the loop again. I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
All right, started again.
It's looped twice, no? I mean, one time.
You just texted everybody, said get ready.
All day. New York, baby. Go.
I'm mad. Okay, I'm mad. This is the only reason we're doing this today is because I'm mad. Welcome to Stats, Steaks, and Styles. This is a special edition, special episode. It's a reaction to what's going on in Brooklyn with Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and the Brooklyn Nets. Fellas, introduce yourselves.
It's your main man, Chris, as always. Let's get it, fellas.
Drippy D in the building. New York Yankees. Let's go.
Nobody worry about no Yankees right now, okay? It's not about the Yankees right now. It's about Kevin Durant. As you can see, I'm distraught. I'm messed up right now. Kevin Durant has officially asked for a trade out of Brooklyn. This comes off the heels of Kyrie re-signing for his $36 million or whatever the case is. Ben Simmons hasn't played a game in the whole year, and now KD wants out of Brooklyn. Before I give my thoughts and I rant, anybody want to go first?
I'll go first. I'm confused. I thought that they were trying to gain leverage when KD said, I'm not coming back if they trade Kyrie Irving. This was literally a few days ago. So then Kyrie Irving resigns, and then this guy leaves anyway. I'm confused about that. But everybody knows me as flip-flopping D, and I'm already jumping ship. I'm out. Peace out, Brooklyn. You know I'm from Brooklyn. I'm from New York. I'm a free agent now. Free agent fan here. I don't know what team I'm signing with now or what team I'm going to cheer for, but it looks like I'm not going to be a Brooklyn Net fan this year because they're not going to do nothing. Who wants to cheer for a team like that? I don't know. Because give me insight on this.
Hold on, Chris. Before you go, Chris, I think what happened was KD let Kyrie use him as a bargaining chip, knowing KD wasn't going to come back. But go ahead, Chris. Let's hear your point of view on this whole situation.
I agree with you to an extent. You hear like numerous reports that the Nets were prepared to lose KD. You hear numerous reports they've been fielding calls for about a week or so about potential Kevin Durant trade partners. So I don't think this is news to them or even news for us at NBA. This might be news to us as fans and people who talk about the sport, but they were fully prepared and fully immersed to move on with Kevin Durant. And part of it, like I said in a previous episode on our previous episode, which will be live at 11 o'clock tonight, by the way, that they were prepared to lose KD in order to get rid of Kyrie. So to me, it's not a shock. And honestly, I think it's the best thing to happen to the Nets.
Okay. First off, it's definitely not the best thing that happened to the Nets. Second off, this was a complete failure by the Nets organization and the two players involved, Kyrie and KD. From the moment you let Kyrie determine what kind of coach you had, you let the franchise go. James Harden, I was off on James Harden. I was real sour on him after he left, but it seems like he left because he saw what the situation was for real in Brooklyn. It was like, you people aren't standing on y'all principles. You let him come back. Y'all said he wasn't. Then you come on. So I think that's what caused the James Harden rift.
I'd love to be a fly in the wall, James Harden, right now. I'd love to hear what he's saying.
He's
right
loving
now.
this. He's loving. You know who else is loving this? The Warriors. The Warriors is loving this too, and I'm gonna get to why the Warriors is loving this in a minute. But I think again, going back to the Nets, you allowed Kyrie to run your organization, and look at what you have. And it's like you weren't watching what he did in Cleveland, what he did in Boston. Like, you just let him run amok for no reason. And again, I said it to you guys in chat. The difference between the Warriors and the Nets is the vaccine. Andrew Wiggins didn't want to take it. He took it because he's like, this is the team I'm on. I want to win the championship. I'm all in. They won a championship. Kyrie didn't want to get all in. His team was in shambles, and they didn't win a championship. And it was obvious that they weren't going to. So for me, good riddance to Kyrie, because you know he's getting dealt next. And KD, he's a front runner, man. I didn't want to believe it. I was a big KD fan, and I'm out on him now too. Like, if he gets traded to one of these top tier teams, you're no better than what you did going to the Warriors. And I believe in my heart he's probably going to go to the Warriors. Go ahead, Chris. Go ahead.
All right, we got to kill his KD the front runner narrative. I hate that narrative.
What do you mean?
All right, hold up. Give me some time now. The floor is mine. So KD played at OKC for a decade. Made it to the finals. Lost to LeBron. And then he made it to 3 other. So in 10 years, he played in the conference finals 4 times. He was clutch. He got his buckets. KD was KD before he went to the Warriors, right? So then KD goes to the Warriors. The narrative is that KD made the soft move, right? Let's agree, whatever the case may be. But no one ever says KD, those 3 years probably had the most pressure any superstar ever had. Because what if he lost? Hold on. What if he lost? What if the narrative if KD loses? Do you know KD is the second leading scorer in the history of NBA Finals?
Who cares?
He has 2 Finals MVPs.
Who cares?
He played out.
Chris. Nobody thought they were gonna lose, fam. Nobody. The reason it was a softest move because he changed the dynamic of basketball. It was like unless one of them get injured, they're gonna win the title every year, and that's what happened. They won the title every year until he got injured. Go ahead.
Correct. But like
Finals MVP because they had nobody to double team him. He's playing with Curry, Thompson, of course, 2-time Finals MVP. You don't have to carry the team on his back. But go ahead, Chris.
But he's always played out his contracts, right? It's not like he's jumping ship. He played out both his contracts in OKC. He played out his contract in Golden State. He didn't request a trade anywhere. Then he went to Brooklyn. He got hurt the first year from the finals. Then he went to Brooklyn the second year. When the bubble happened, KD was ready and locked and loaded to play. Who didn't want to go to the bubble? Kyrie. The next year they come back. KD goes off in the second round by himself and came within half an inch of probably winning the NBA Finals. Then they come this year. They're the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference before KD gets hurt. At some point, it's like, yo, enough is enough. I can't call him a front runner. The guy's just done what he has to do. He's played out his contract. He never complains. He's never tried to force a trade. Like, the guy's a hooper.
His contract.
He's a hooper.
No, he's not playing his contract this time around.
No,
he's got 4 years left on this one. And if you look at the 2 teams, the 2 front-running teams that they're talking about right now that could land KD are the Phoenix Suns, who were the number 1 seed last year, and the Miami Heat, who was the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. So what are you talking about? Like, if he goes to those 2 teams, you mean to tell me that's not front-running? You mean to tell me that's not front-running? You went from the 8th seed in Brooklyn to the number 1 seed on both coasts for what? Like, come on, man. And again, I feel if I'm the Nets, I'm not sending him to Miami because Miami got nothing I want. And I'm not sending him to Phoenix unless you're talking to Devin Booker.
Correct. Yeah.
So
I agree with that.
Where you sending them to? You got to send them to where they're going to get the most back in value. You can't worry about
Golden State.
Worry about your
Send
team.
him back to the Warriors, nigga.
Worry about your team.
Send him back to the Warriors. Give me Kuminga, Poole, Wiseman, and a couple
You're going to
picks.
send them to the Warriors and take less than what you would get from the Heat? If the Heat's offering you first-round picks, you're not going to take them?
Nah.
Because you want to send them to
I don't need picks. I don't need picks.
You're just bitter. Give him the tissues. He's crying. He's crying.
I don't
Give him
need
the
picks.
tissues.
I don't need picks. I
Give him
want
the plastic
players.
tissues.
I want players. If you're going to give me Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo for KD, I still wouldn't do it. Mine ain't got nothing I want. If we talking Booker, now we got something to talk about. If we talking Wiseman, Poole, and Kuminga and some picks, now we talking. I'm not talking these. I'm not getting a whole bunch of role players for Kevin effing Durant. I'm doing that. I'm sorry. I'd rather let him sit out a year. Before we get up, so we get the deal I want.
You're gonna lose assets. The thing is, too, I understand why you guys are bitter right now. And I say you guys. I know it sounds weird in the pod because I was saying us just last week. But now it's you guys. I'm out. I jump shit. I'm out. But the reason why it's even worse for you guys is because you guys paid him a whole year just to be hurt. Then he comes back last year. I mean, and now then Kyrie's out half the year with the COVID, and then now he leaves. Oh, you guys need some leadership. Guys need some leadership. Tell you that.
I send him to Portland. Give me Dame, and one other piece, and you can have him.
Wait, guys, I'm sorry. I don't want to interrupt you. Did you see? I don't want to interrupt you guys, but did you see the picture that Ben Simmons put up on Instagram?
No, what was it?
I don't know. He put up a picture with a Brooklyn Nets jersey talking about he's ready to go.
And if you look closer in the picture,
and right after, literally a few minutes later, Kevin Durant asks us to get traded.
And if you look at the picture in his locker, it's a pair of Kyrie's, which makes it even funnier.
You can't write this stuff up no more. Like, what is going on? This is soap opera literally going on in the Barclays Center.
Okay, let me put my game face back on. I was a fan. Let me put my game face back on. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the pod. If you're listening now, it's because you're listening on the stream. There's people in the chat room now. If you want to comment, let me know. Let's write the comment below. We'll shout you out. Thank you for streaming with us as well. You can catch our podcast once a week on our YouTube. It's a Stats, Sneaks, and Style podcast. I'm your guy, M Easy. It's Mr. Nunez and Drippy D. We do a nice little podcast. Shout out to Dork Piss, whoever that is.
That's my boy right there. That's the guy from the video. That's the guy that's gonna be in our video this week.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't know his YouTube name was different than his rap name. Okay.
Yeah, that's
Dork
what it
Piss.
is.
Wow. Interesting.
He's playing guitars. This kid is multi-talented.
I heard the kid is very talented. Yes. If you've seen, you will be seeing our latest podcast because it will drop tonight at 11 o'clock as soon as this is over. So make sure you tune in for that. Like I said, we do that weekly. Stats, Sneaks, and Styles. And back to the top. They gotta find a better trade partner than the Suns and the Miami Heat. There's got to be more trade partners out there for KD. Now, with that being said, KD's definitely out of town. What happens to Kyrie? Because we already know that he's on the next train right out of the town. So where does Kyrie go? Is he going to the Lakers? For what? So we gonna let him walk?
He's going to LA. He's gonna play with LeBron. He already said it. He's going over there. It's guaranteed.
Listen, Kendrick Perkins on NBA Today saying, and it sounds crazy, the Nets might buy him out. The Nets might buy Kyrie out, just to wash their hands with Kyrie at this point. Just buy him out, let him walk. That's how.
I don't see that happening. Right,
but to what I was saying earlier, you have two superstars. You have Kyrie and you have KD. You can get, let's say, 7 first-round picks for both those guys, and let's say 3 solid NBA starters. Right? So if you pair them up with a healthy Ben Simmons, you're basically going back to the team that had D'Angelo Russell and Karis LeVert and those guys, that young, scrappy team that were building to get to the to the level of success that like a team like the Celtics has. Just that young team that just grinds and just slowly, perennially gets better. And that's why I said earlier.
No, I'm sorry. I can't hear this no more. I don't want to be one of them teams. I don't want to be one of them teams.
Okay.
Scrappy, you know what scrappy means? You're not.
I don't think you got a choice. Nobody wants to go to the fan base sucks. And we was at the game. We was at the first game of the playoffs. These guys weren't even standing up. Had all these damn rich socialites with their legs crossed. Like, come on, man. I was trash.
So my man switched up on me so quick.
Nobody's swinging the towel. Nobody's
not even out of town yet. He's already talking about y'all.
Yeah, try to jump ship already. Unless they somehow keep Kyrie and Durant. It's the only way I'm saying.
I'll give you KD for AD, straight up. You doing that deal?
That ain't happening. It ain't happening.
Why not?
I think
it's not happening. That's what I was saying before. They didn't want to do it. The Lakers don't want to do it.
KD for AD, y'all wouldn't do.
They offered it to the Lakers. They didn't want to do it. They wanted more.
I'm not asking the Lakers. I'm talking about y'all. You wouldn't do it?
No, I would if I was a Brooklyn fan. Hell yeah. AD. AD and Ben Simmons together, that's a beastly team already right there. That's not bad.
And the Lakers got LeBron and AD. Why would you not make that deal, Chris?
Listen, how about this? I heard Don LaGreca earlier on the radio mention KD for LeBron straight up. How about that? Not that it would happen, but he said that's not enough. He said LeBron James is not enough to land KD. Talk about that for a second.
Who said that's not enough?
Don LaGreca said that on the radio earlier.
Don LaGreca, I'm sorry, buddy, but you don't know what you're talking about. How dare you disrespect the team that way?
I think that's enough. I mean, LeBron is a little older, but LeBron is still at the physical a specimen. So, no, I do that. I do straight up LeBron and KD. I don't know if the Lakers. If I'm the Lakers, I'm the one that might not want to do that because KD's not really a distributor and playmaker like that. Like LeBron is still like a point guard. He's a playmaker distributor, so he'll get everybody involved. KD's not doing that. So I don't know.
KD can't play no damn defense.
When he wants to be,
Brown and Tatum were running circles around him.
LeBron don't play no defense no more either.
KD's defense is trash. Let's be honest, guys. His defense is trash. I'd rather have LeBron James out there in the playoffs. LeBron James, like you said, could dribble the ball. He grabs rebounds. He could defend the best player on the other team still at this age.
No, he can.
Yes, he can. Oh, yes, he can. Oh, yes, he can. It's LeBron James. You crazy?
LeBron James is damn near 40 years old. He's not guarding the best player on the team. I don't know if you've been watching Lakers games. He don't guard the best player no more, fam.
You've been spending too much time with Jedi, bro. You've been spending way too much time with Jedi.
Yeah, he don't do that shit no more. He don't do that.
Way too much
That's
time
funny.
with
That's
Jedi,
what I was thinking about. I was like, don't make me call Gerald. Don't make me call him.
All right, so let's look around the league for a bit. And what are some, outside of those two teams that he wants to hop onto, what are some realistic and suitable trade partners? Just top of your head, look at the teams, look at the assets. What would be a suitable trade to land? You're never going to replace the value of KD. But you
Miami Heat, they got everything they need, bro. They got draft picks, they got good role players, and they got guys that could fill your team up, which is what we need. Well, what you guys need. I'm sorry.
Ready? Here's one. Because somebody said Zion earlier, but I don't want Zion. I'll take Brandon Ingram. I'll take Ingram, Lonzo, and a first rounder for the next 2 years for KD. Send that nigga right all the way to the Pelicans. Him and Zion can have fun down there.
And I know you're a little upset. So, I know you're upset. I know your mind's a little judged, but Lonzo's in Chicago, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
All right, I was about to tell him that too, but yeah.
But, all right, so we also got to listen. We got to take a step back to 24 hours previously. DeJounte Murray went for 3 first-round picks. That's at least the bar for DeJounte Murray. So what are we getting for KD? 3 players and 4 first-round picks?
Yeah, 3 first-round picks.
Look at what DeJounte Murray got yesterday.
Listen, picks don't matter when there's guys like KD involved in the trade. Because KD's team's never going to be in the bottom fucking third of the league.
You're wrong. What's to say KD's not going to want to leave this team now?
He's stuck there for the next 4 years, bro.
He's not stuck nowhere. Everybody thought he was stuck in Brooklyn. He just goes to the damn president of the operations and tells him, "Yeah, I want to get traded." Next day, all right, we're going to trade you one day. Come on, man.
And who just won the championship
next year? Why not?
The Warriors.
All right. Where was Draymond Green drafted?
Second round.
Where was Jordan Poole drafted?
Second round.
28th. Where was Gary Payton drafted?
Second round. He was a second round.
Picks don't matter?
No.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Picks matter everything.
No.
Picks is the world.
No.
So you're wrong. It's a lottery. You can have a bad pick and
but you know what? Listen. All those picks are cute. But you know who won the Finals MVP? You know who won the Finals MVP? Okay.
So what? He would have not been there without the team. Okay. It's a team game. Okay. He was hurt half the season. So how the hell they got that far without him?
He went 7. Clay went 11. Nikola Jokic, who just got $261 million, by the way. We'll talk about that later.
You know, I throw up every time I hear that.
That's why I mentioned that. That's why I mentioned that. He went second round. Bro, if you have a good scouting department and a good GM, draft picks are important.
That's cool. But you need
the Celtics.
A Durant. You need a Tatum. You need a Curry. If you don't have one of those players, you're not going anywhere. Don't tell me Jason Tatum's a top 10 player. I mean, not Jason Tatum. Excuse me. Ben Simmons. I don't want to hear that. No.
That sucks.
So what are we doing? What direction do the Nets have right now? It's done. It's cooked.
Do you trade Ben Simmons too? Do you trade everybody?
I would, if I could put a 3-team trade together to get KD, Ben Simmons, and I could get back someone like a Damian Lillard and somebody solid, I would do that. Absolutely.
That's a team right now I just thought about. And Damian Lillard just posted on Instagram, literally like 4 days ago, a picture of him and KD together in Portland. So that could be something that they're brewing. And I could see Portland having a lot of assets to give to Brooklyn. I mean, they just traded McCollum. They got a few first-round picks for that. They have a lot of assets, and they have the money.
I got you. I want a 3-team deal that involves the Pelicans and the Portland Trailblazers, where I get back Damian Lillard and Brandon.
Damian Lillard ain't going nowhere. He's gonna be playing with KD. That's the only way he's going over there.
I think
I got a two-part question for you guys. Zach LaVine's a free agent. Would you do a sign and trade for Zach LaVine and some pieces? And second part of the question.
Kyrie, yes.
Well,
KD,
Kyrie, no. I hear Dallas is gonna make a big push to get Kyrie and Luka together.
No, that's dumb.
Like that. They don't play defense. That's gonna be horrible.
Yeah. No. If I'm Luka Doncic, I would make a call to Mark Cuban right now. I'm like, yo, bro, don't do that. Don't do that.
If I'm the Miami Heat, I want Kyrie Irving.
No, you what?
Yes, I do. They got the D. They got everything. They got the team mentality. They just plug him in there. He's gonna fit right in.
No way. Yo, listen, you crazy?
He's not a
you nuts? Miami's culture would kick him out before he even got unpacked. You bugging. You're bugging. No way. No chance. They play hard. They play defense. They play all 82 games. That's a culture that's a Kyrie wants no parts of that. You crazy.
So send Kyrie to the Denver Nuggets. Let him play with Jokic.
I'll take that point guard and Porter Jr. I'll take
Jamal Murray. You take Jamal Murray, right?
And Porter. Yes, you can have him.
Right.
I'll take that. I'll do that. I'll do that.
Boy, that's good for Jokic. He needs it.
I'll do that. I would do that.
And that works for both teams. I don't think anyone loses there.
And I would still keep Ben Simmons.
And I got another one too here for you guys, which we haven't spoken about yet. Kevin Durant is from the DC area, isn't he? Isn't he from Maryland or something like that? DC. Where's he from again? DC. All right, so they just signed this guy to an extension right now. Who's a star in DC?
Bradley Beal.
Bradley Beal. Okay.
Bradley Beal left.
No, he didn't.
No, he resigned.
He signed.
Then I read that wrong. Are you serious?
Yeah. So now look, check this out.
Yesterday he opted out.
Chris put a light bulb in my head when he said Zach LaVine is a free agent. So now imagine them going out and getting Zach LaVine and bringing KD back. He has to play at home where he's from, DC. That could be a great matchup made in heaven for him. And I know DC for sure has a lot of young guys and draft picks to give Brooklyn.
I don't know. Like I said, the Nets better not be holding on to this. And I'm like, listen, let's just make the first deal and just get him out of here. No, I don't care. He can sit, get the most you can get out of Kevin Durant. He's a top 5 player in the league right now. You kidding me? You better get something great out of him. I don't want 4 role players and 17 picks. I could care less for that.
On offense, he's a top 5, not on defense.
I don't care. You still want Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant's not going to drop past top 5 if we doing NBA picks right now. He will on my list. He will on my list. He would on my list. He wouldn't make it past 5. He wouldn't make it past 5.
And I heard this earlier. I think Perkins said it. KD for Paul George and pair him up with Kawhi in LA. Would you rebuild? Would you rebuild around Paul George and Ben Simmons?
Paul George don't want to be there. He's from LA. He's gonna be pissed. He's gonna be fucking pissed.
He has no choice.
Paul George ain't trying to choice.
Paul George, Ben Simmons.
And you still got Joe Harris, Steph Curry. You still got the shooters.
That's not happening, bro. That's not happening. They just signed John Wall. John Wall and Paul George are like best friends, bro. The reason why John Wall went there was because of Paul George. Now you have to take him. He's gonna leave. Nah,
I don't like that. I don't like that one either.
It's just not happening. I mean, I like the idea, but it's not happening.
I think the Nets are going to be in limbo until they figure out what team they have, because you got to get rid of Kyrie, you got to get rid of KD, and you don't know what Ben Simmons is talking about. I don't care what he tweeted out. We don't even know if you want to play basketball no more, my guy. So I'm not listening to nothing he's saying. It's just a dark day for Brooklyn, man. I'm sorry.
How long do we anticipate this trade?
Hey, you need a tissue? You need a tissue, buddy?
I mean, I'd rather have the tissue.
Come lean on my shoulder. Come lean on my shoulder. Chris, give him your shoulder, Chris. Let him lean on your shoulder. Give him a shoulder to lean on.
Listen, you better hope we don't land like a John Moran or somebody wild boy crazy. You better hope we don't.
I'll jump right back on the shit.
You better stay over there.
I'll jump right back on that shit. I ain't afraid to say
Stay
it.
over there. Stay over there, because we gonna get somebody.
All right. So from today's date is June 30th. From June 30th, how long do we anticipate this process being dragged out for? How long do you
This
think
shouldn't
it's going
go
to take?
past the 10th. July 10th. Before the 10th, it should be done.
Okay. So if
Who
you,
knows? I mean, they got to do something though. That's for sure. Because nobody's going to want to go into the season with this circus. It's a circus right now. With all the whole NBA is a circus right now. Literally, they said half the teams in the NBA reached out to the Brooklyn Nets already, calling them for Kevin Durant. So now half the NBA is offering packages and deals. Brooklyn right now, front office, they are flooded. They're getting flooded with phone calls, text messages, emails, different pack. They're flooded right now. They got so many options. Probably everybody wants KD.
you know who's not calling? The Warriors are not calling. They're definitely not calling.
Sure about
They
that?
better call the Warriors.
Oh, they could call the Warriors. The Warriors aren't calling them.
I want Kuminga,
Never know.
Wiseman. Oh, you have KD. You got the band back together again. Get that bitch ass nigga the fuck up out of here. Come on, man.
The
Y'all can
band
be
never
happy.
I
broke.
don't think KD would want
Now
that.
he's
The band never broke
in
up.
his
You
element.
think KD would want that?
Right, there's
That's
no
gonna make
pressure
him
on him. He
look
can
like
win
a
titles
bitch.
that way.
He actually said on a podcast not so long ago that he wouldn't be opposed to a return to the Warriors. Of course, that's what he won.
Bye, nigga, bye.
And Draymond Green's really gonna bitch him down. Then after that,
Yeah, bye. Go be Draymond's bitch over in fucking Golden State.
Do you know how the
Tired.
Warriors got?
Draymond Green's bitch over there.
Do you know how the
Yeah,
Warriors
man.
got Jonathan
What the
Kuminga?
hell?
Do you know how the Warriors got Jonathan Kuminga?
Huh.
All right. So when KD left Golden State, he's like, I don't want to leave you guys high and dry. So they did sign a trade for D'Angelo Russell. D'Angelo Russell was in turn flipped to Minnesota for Andrew Wiggins and a first-round pick. That first-round pick became
Jonathan Kuminga. Okay, I like Kuminga. Give me Kuminga, Poole, and Wiseman. And that's a young trio to build around. Plus a pick, maybe even a second-round pick, just sauce it up a little bit. And I'm Gucci. I'm Gucci because guess what? Ben Simmons can build with these young kids. They can all shoot. Well, not Wiseman. Wiseman can relatively shoot. But you know what I'm saying? But we got a young nucleus and we have assets. That's not a bad deal. But you're not gonna sell me on fucking Kyle Lowry, Bam Adebayo, and fucking Tyler Hero. I'm sorry. We're not doing that. I don't want that. I don't want no parts of that.
I'll take it.
I'm tight.
Yeah, I wore the shirt specifically for you. I know you like Mr. Dwight Schrute. I think you need to catch up with some of the Office when you're done here. And
I was just watching Office before I got here, man.
you can never have enough of Jim and the boys.
No,
I think you need a.
that's my show. That's my show. I'm about to go watch some more. So hell, get up out of here. But is there anything else we need to talk about, fellas? Because I'm tight, man. Anything happened in the NBA that we wanted to go over, or anything else?
Nah, it sounds like that's it. We got covered all the bases here. We don't want to beat nobody down. We're gonna keep having to make these emergency pods for you guys, the fans. Make sure we keep you guys updated because we know it's a circus right now. So if there's a big trade that goes down or a big rumor, we will be here to fill you guys in.
What up, Wap?
Please check in and watch our page. We will not let you guys down. We will be on top of everything, and we are on top of everything. We promise you.
I couldn't have said the words any better myself.
Listen, I said it earlier. As soon as this is over, 11 o'clock, episode 6 will be dropping. The Easy Pass Joint of the Week will be up there. Chris's Crispy Kicks, the top 5, Dolo Stripper Drowners, all going to drop at 11 o'clock. Nilson, what up? So yeah, so make sure you tune into that next podcast that we'll be dropping at 11 o'clock tonight. Thank you everybody in the chat. Wap, what up? And everybody else.
Thank you guys.
Support.
Thank you guys.
Keep
Thank
riding
you.
with us. It's only gonna get better. Make sure you follow the Twitch, the Instagram, the YouTube. Am I missing anything? The Instagram. And yeah, right. That's about it, right? Did I miss anything?
That's it. But we're getting on TikTok too. Check us on everything. We're on everything.
And
All that.
our Patreon.
Oh, Patreon's coming too. And I believe that is it. If you want to be a part of the Stats Sneaks and Stats, if you want to be a sponsor or one of the segments, make sure you hit up SSStheshow@gmail.com. I believe that email is. Ooh, if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But yes, if you want to be a part of the show in any kind of way, shape, or form, it's the SSShow@gmail. Like, ladies and gentlemen, we're up out of here. Guys, thank you again.
Thank
As
you
always.
guys. Thank you. Love you guys.
Appreciate you guys.
Peace.
Peace.